It's a really nice honor. People seem to have responded to this piece really well. It's an installation sculpture. The books are rendered useless. It was a pretty involved process over the summer the trial and error to actually make it work. A keystoning effect here, but it's just being done within the flatness of the row. Right now, I mean, you can see it move. I mean, it's like a solid, that's why it's named John Henry. Who is the legend of the strongest man ever to live. And he challenges, it's the Industrial Revolution metaphor where he challenges the steam drill to a race, and he wins the race. That's why we had to have it roped off, because the piece is really, actually physically very dangerous. If all I would have to do right here is just kick that, and the whole thing would come down. Because it's a library, there's a bit of poetry, I think, in the connection of the subject matter. I've been working on the same body of work for the last 10 years, and this is part of that. Aesthetically, it's so different. Sometimes it can be a risk when you take on something that, in other people's view, is just completely different. I've never done anything like this before. But putting books under pressure, putting books on the shelf, rendering them useless, I think there's a lot of potential for people to read a lot into the piece.
I think it just speaks to Sean Wolf's kind of sense of humor. A lot of his pieces play off of pop culture and various phrases. He has some pieces entitled "Eat the Rich," "Let This Be a Sign." I just like the variety of style in his work. From the typographic-driven things to the political messages and things like that. I mean, he's kind of flexing all of his muscles from type to illustration to paintings.
Dylan and I both are graphic designers. That's our day jobs.
So we know his work through the graphic design field. He got well known probably in the early 90s by doing a lot of commercial and editorial work.
And we had been driving to a lot of shows up in LA and just following different artists and really wishing there was more of that happening down here in San Diego. And so we thought we would give it a shot and see how it went.
This is a labor of love for us, kind of a hobby, and so when we get feedback from the community that they like what we're doing, it's just that much more inspiring to keep going and bringing different new artists to San Diego, and yeah, I mean we're honored to be a part of that.